Hi, people of grace. Pastor Brian here with your September video update. I hope you are all doing well. You know, for a while now, I've been doing a daily Bible study available to listen on YouTube. And it's been a wonderful way for me to read the Bible and offer the listeners some thoughts to ponder about as we read a chapter a day together. One thing that I've often told people is that when we read the Bible, there are new insights that pop up in passages that are both unfamiliar to us and even ones that are familiar. And that was honestly has been one of the biggest blessings of this daily Bible study for me personally. And one that I hadn't actually, even though I tell people about it all the time, hadn't really thought about it when I first started this after the pandemic hit and everything shut down. So just recently, I was reading Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians, and there was something that really struck me as I was reading it. So Paul was in Thessalonica for just a very brief period of time before he had to sneak out of the city because he was under attack from the local authorities. So there's this possibility that the new converts that were in Thessalonica were understandably a little sad and possibly maybe even skeptical of Paul's intentions when he was there and then after he left. Was he really preaching the good news of God as found in Jesus Christ? Or was he, maybe he was a hustler that was trying to start a church, get some money, and then just get out of town before they figured him out? Paul reassures them that he wants to visit them again in this letter, and is distressed at his sudden departure and leaving them kind of like as children in the faith that need a lot of care and growth. But what strikes me the most is what Paul says in verse 2 in the second chapter. He says that his message and his work that he is doing, he does solely to please God and not to please people. That struck me because we often hear of people in our society and maybe even us who are of this personality type who are people pleasers. People pleasers want to make people happy, and they usually want people to like them kind of no matter what. People pleasers will often change their mind about different topics because that's what they think will best get the other person to connect with them and like them. You like that type of music? So do I. You like Korean barbecue? Me too. Having similar interests causes us connect and make friendships more easily. It's one of the easiest ways to make a connection with someone. But not all the time are they genuine. Sometimes we do it because we want to be liked, maybe even badly. We want to please that person so that they are pleased with us. Paul loves that fledgling church in Thessalonica. He is proud of the adversity that they have overcome. But he wants them to know that his message and their message is a message about the truth of the gospel and that it comes from God. The words spoken are meant to be truth proclaimed, not words to flatter people. If the truth hits the heart and changes it so that the hearer also wants to know more about faith in God and the love of God as found in Christ Jesus, then that's the power of the message, not of the person giving it. Doing, saying, living out the message of the gospel so that we can please God is greater than doing, saying, and living according to another person that we want to please. As we continue to walk and grow in our faith, always remember that we should be God pleasers in all that we say and in all that we do, and spend less time focusing on trying to be people pleasers. And when we do that, let's see what kind of change that can make in our daily lives, for ourselves, for others, and especially for God and our relationship to God. So go out there and be God pleasers for the sake of the gospel. Take care, and I'll see you soon.